Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Beyond the Hype for Toxicroak, and on the screen you're going to see the moves and the damage per energy, including steps. So normally when I do the damage per energy, I look at PV Poke. But what is important here and why I'm going to say right now, at best, Toxicroak is a side grade. At best, is that you have the new move Shadow Ball, which gives you some coverage on stuff that you're just going to lose to before, right? Ghost, Psychic, stuff like that. There's two issues with this. One, you don't actually flip a lot of those matchups just because your counter's resisted. It takes 55 energy to get these Shadow Balls. And then sometimes they can live this, sometimes they can't. But because it's super effective, so you're going to add a bonus on the damage there. So that is Toxicroaks with Shadow Ball. As you can see, though, Sludge Bomb is 50 energy for 80 damage, and Shadow Ball is 55 energy for 100 damage. So on surface, someone who doesn't understand stab, which I have made the mistake in the past, you're thinking, okay, only 5 more energy for 20 more damage. Shadow Ball is better. Until you look at damage per energy, and you're seeing that Sludge Bomb is 1.92 damage per energy, and Shadow Ball is 1.82. So that is because Toxicroak is a poison. So it gets a same type attack bonus, so 20% bonus there. So it's actually much better damage per energy for the Sludge Bomb than it is for the Shadow Ball. So basically what you're giving up is a harder hitting damage per energy move that is quicker to get to for coverage on Ghost and Psychic that you may not even win anyways. So that's why I think Toxicroak is at best a side grade and kind of overrated. Where I think Toxicroak's strength is going to be is limited metas and like if you're in show 6 pick 3 tournaments where you can adjust that Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb based on your opponent, right? So if you have something where there's more ghosts and psychics, sure, run Shadow Ball. But if you have something where there's more grass and just like and ground is resisted or something like that, well then you'd probably want to run Sludge Bomb. So I kept the same team as the one this morning, Lantern, Gligar. 2 reasons. I wanted to see, because I've used Toxicroak in the past as kind of a safe swap, and I wanted to see if you can kind of use it again. The answer is no. I think Gligar or Vigoroth is way better as a safe swap. And then 2, I just didn't want to change my team because it's easier for the graphics when you're shooting a couple videos back to back just to have the same teams. So kind of a cop-out. You can change the team up if you want. Because you have like a double weakness to ground on the front. Yeah, but let's get into the battles to see how it is. Swampert, right? Swampert kind of kills his whole team. But I come and save swap here because I know worst case scenario, I can take this in the 2 shield, right? So I will just, even if I go down 2v1 shield, which I'm going to probably do here because they're staying in, right? So this is not bad. I will just Mud Bomb, grab the shield back, counter. They're going to Hydro, which I will shield back. And then I will be able to counter down before they get to next Hydro. So winning the 2v1 shield, coming out with a bit of energy here is nice. They come in with Altaria. And again, neutral move, Sludge Bomb is probably better here because it's slightly less energy. And I maybe would have got to another move, but it was kind of tight. So I'm like, I don't want to get just totally farmed there. So I'm going to come in here, absorb this, force them to throw the Moonblast because they can't throw Sky Attack because that is resisted. And they come in with their own Lantern, which I'm pretty far ahead on energy. So this is good chip. I'm going to force them to throw here. Or if they're going to just go for the full Spark Down, which is not a terrible option, I'm going to be able to grab a shield back. So it's not a terrible option. I've played both ways before, one throwing to keep that shield or doing that. I come in here immediately just to force them to dump energy, right? That's fine. It's a sacrifice at this point. Have to take 1 surf anyways, but at this point they are now dry on energy. I remember this. I remember that. I'm like, you just showed surf. You just showed surf. You have surf hitting super effective, but let's go for the again. So they probably saw flyers. It's still early, right? These are all like rank. What showcase is this? This is my 6th Pokemon. Yeah, it's my 6th Pokemon showcasing. So we're looking at only like I don't know, like a few days in, like rank 9, 10, something like that, probably. So this time I decided to, instead of just going straight Toxicroak because it's not Shadow Swampert, I think I had probably trickier time flipping that. I decided just to stay in here. They make a nice catch on a Altaria. I obviously don't have an amazing answer to Altaria, so I'm probably just going to stay in here for a bit, throw the Thunderbolt if I can. They beat me to CMP, which is unfortunate, but, you know, they dumped their energy. I can now come in Gligar. Gligar is decent. It's not amazing. So this matchup is right now a little tricky. Like I said, a little bit of a team issue. Oh, it's not like... yeah, well, at least with the Vigoroth instead of Toxicroak, you can body slam this thing, but you're still a resisted counter, so it's still kind of tricky. Swampert comes in. I'm probably just going to try and go 2-shield Toxicroak at this point. Right? This is low enough that I can counter and shield. Counter all the way down, and then hopefully they have like a steel or something in the back, which they probably may. Yeah, I think I remember running into one of these. Which they do. And now you're just using your counter Mud Bomb. Shadow Ball, not needed. So, shield 1. Not really going to throw unless I get to 2 Mud Bombs. But I think I'm going to get to 2 Mud Bombs before they get to 2 Zap Cannons. And I think they do too, because let it go, but I'm like, no, you're definitely in counter down range here. All right, Vigoroth Lead is... I'm wondering if I come... yeah. Don't do that. I mean, don't do what I just did there. This is just like testing how it is. Lantern against Vigoroth is a fine matchup for Lantern. It's not like a bad matchup or anything. I shield the first one. They throw a Sludge Bomb. I think this one is like a single move one because they threw Sludge Bomb like 3 times at me. I'm like, oh, did they just bait me? I guess not. I guess I'll just have to go let it go next time. Anyways, because I don't want to double shield this. And I believe they double bait me. Or do I shield back here? No, I let it go. And it's just another Sludge Bomb. So yeah. Early days. Realistically, I don't think... People can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that your opponent... I know there's a hidden IV in the back, right? Not IV. A hidden... like ELO rating in the back there. I don't think that you're playing opponents at your same range. I think where the matchups actually start being ELO rated is when you get your rating, and then you're matched up with people in your range. Like I think you're probably paired with people in your like I'm at level, what am I at this morning? 14-ish, somewhere around there. So I think there's an algorithm that pairs you with somewhere around like 14, but I don't think it pairs you with like someone at 14 who's got the same ELO rating or win percentage or anything like that as you. I think it's just like in that range, same like 14, they pair you together, I think. Umbreon versus Lantern is tricky. You're both kind of tanky. Umbreon obviously tankier, so I can't... Sorry. Lantern is not going to be able to take this matchup, I don't think, because Umbreon is just too spammy and too tanky, which is okay. The only problem now is why I think I'm shielding is because if you have Umbreon on the lead, you probably have an answer to Fighters and Charm in the back. So I lose there. I guess that, yeah, the Snarl's 3 versus 2 Sparks is 4. So now I'm worried if I just come in like... I come in here because I'm worried if I come in Toxicroak, they probably have an answer for Toxicroak. Right? If you have a fighter If you have an Umbreon, you probably have an answer for Fighter. So I got a little bit of energy advantage here with Gligar. Still a bad matchup overall. I'm hoping I can like chip this with Aerial Ace and maybe force them to throw them. Maybe I can counter down a Flyer, but that's going to be tricky. And if they have 2 Flyer answers, then this game's over, right? They could do like a Pelipper Talonflame or a Pelipper Skarmory, try and draw out a Fighter, or try and draw out a Steel. Yeah, there it is. Try and draw out a Steel or a, not a Steel with Pelipper, like a Rock or something. Umbreon's kind of a weird answer though on the front. I kind of figured it was double Flyer in the back though. So get the Shadow Ball off, but again, Sludge Bomb would have been more than enough in this range anyways. So take it out. I need to get to a Shadow Ball. Should I have thrown the Mud Bomb there? It was in the red already, so maybe I could have got away with the Mud Bomb, but kind of rough. Toxicroak, again, Pelipper. I'll get a Shadow Ball off. I can probably live a Weather Ball. Get a Shadow Ball off, which is nice. As you're going to see here, doesn't take out, right? So even with a harder hitting, in quotations, move, you're still, a lot of the matchups just kind of rough. And now I'm switch locked, which is unfortunate. Luckily, they're throwing a move that'll bring the switch clock a little bit more. I'm still going to have to take a couple of these grass. Or I'm just going to try and 2-shield Gligar, which is not a terrible option. Yeah, I'm probably going to 2-shield Gligar. I'm throwing here because Surf is still neutral, right? They're half rock, half grass. So this is still neutral. Coming in here, and it is a Reggie. So that is exactly what we want to see in the back. Something that only has resisted moves to throw at you. They let the first one go. Just somewhat surprising, because if you are going to go Zap Cannon, you might as well shield the first one and try and get the lowering of the attack, although they do not get it anyways. I'm going to outpace. Especially having a couple wing attack advantage. They let it go, trying to go 2-shield Cradily, which is not a terrible idea, because you are neutral here to Flyers, but I think that I'm probably going to outpace you. I remember trying to catch a move on Lantern, which did not work. Yeah, I tried to do it there, but I think I should have. Yeah, it would have been close if I would have got to that move, because it would have been a 2 versus 3 turn move there. So now I think I can outpace. They did get a couple extra farm there, though. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close. They can just go Rock Slide at this point, but I'm out of move. So I'm going to win this matchup. So Toxicroak against Lantern. Again, not great. So I'm going to safe swap here into Gligar. Like, this is how I'd play if you're going to play Toxicroak. I'd probably play more like this, where you're safe swapping into Gligar to pull out something like Swamperts or Waters and stuff like that, and then Toxicroak in the back. Flyers are generally, people try and use Flyers as an answer to Gligar, because Gligar is one of its strength is Dig. So you can only throw a wing attack Aerial Ace. They're going to have to throw here, or I'm going to get another one. They're going to have to shield, which is kind of a weird play, because now the double shield, they want to keep switch, but now I'm up 2 shields, and I don't need to shield anything here. So I'm essentially just going to be able to go 2-shielded Toxicroak. So take that Weather Ball, resisted. Take a Hurricane here, probably resisted. Toxicroak's come back in. Like, Toxicroak is not even a killer matchup against Lantern. I'm still hitting for neutral and everything. So get the Thunderbolt off. Shield the Mud Bomb, because I don't know what's in the back, and Lantern is generally pretty fine. And if it's a grass, Toxicroak should be able to take it. Good here. I just Surf. I could have just immediately... It doesn't matter. I could have immediately just come in Toxicroak and just countered and Mud Bombed the rest. Right, because like those counters are going to add up huge. Earthquake is my only lose condition, even if they Rock Slide bait. Does not matter. So yeah, if you've played Toxicroak last year, I would basically just play it the exact same this year. I don't think it has a ton of like upgrade with the Shadow Balls. Again, maybe it's better in limited cups, something like that. But other than that, just kind of just roll with it how you normally would. Shadow Ball or Sludge Bomb. Both are fine, quite honestly. So CMP, the problem is Lantern's always going to lose CMP to Galvantula, and you're both going to get to the moves at the same time. So I'm just like, I'll just stay in, I'll lose, I'll come in with Gligar, take those resisted Volt Switches, farm up a ton. Even, I'm surprised, honestly, I'm kind of surprised at this. I'm surprised I didn't just farm down and take a resisted either Volt Switch or Lunge. I think I was worried about them like getting switch locked, but now I'm going to lose anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. So I guess from this perspective, this matchup's better because you can go Shadow Ball, which is neutral, as opposed to Sludge Bomb, which is resisted. So it's not like there's a 0% trade-off, right? Landing that Shadow Ball is huge. They smartly undercharged to get another wing attack because, watch this, 2, 3, 4, I guess 5, they already had 5, or else I would have taken them out. So if they did not get this chip off with the energy advantage I had here, I probably would have had a pretty good time against Lantern. But unfortunately, that chip means I'm easily in surf range between all these sparks. And I think I just get outpaced here. I think there's one more battle after this. And then that is it. And then tomorrow, Azumarill, Kanto Ninetales combo. Morning, afternoon. That's Tuesday. And then a Whiscash. I've done like some battles for Whiscash, so that'll be Wednesday morning. I thought there was one more Pokemon I wanted to test. Azumarill, Ninetales, Whiscash. I think that's basically... Oh yeah, this is just a very easy matchup too to end. This is just like a hardcore counter team. Nope, it's not how you spell that. Oh wait, I don't need that. So what am I doing? Is there any other Pokemon that I need to showcase Wednesday afternoon, or is it just going to be starting to showcase other Pokemon? I don't think there's anything with like a significant... When does that go battle week? January 19th. Okay, we got time. There it is. Incinerate, Fire Spin, Mud Slap. No, no, no. Astonish Pokemon, no. Wiggly, what have you done? Yeah, I think that's it for the showcasing of new or buffed Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's the end of showcasing new or buffed Pokemon. So we'll have Wednesday and 2 Thursday videos. The question is, what are we going to do there? For sure, I'm going to do some try-hard team. I really want to try Defense Deoxys as a try-hard team. I think I can run Defense Deoxys Lead with a couple Pokemon in the back and just dominate. So I'll do one try-hard team, maybe like Wednesday. I feel like a video on understanding 1 week, like 1 week into the Great League meta, what is the Great League meta? I feel like a video on that would be fine, as opposed to just showing like random other Pokemon that everyone's seen. So I think understanding the meta team would be like, video would be good. And then we'll see what else I do. Probably just some other video. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.